Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to start this meeting, let everybody join in. Okay, it's just about time. Again, welcome. This is Brandon with Client Creator, and we're continuing on our Client Creator training. Rand wasn't able to make it today, so I am solo here today, so I apologize. I won't be able to do the training and the chat at the same time. So if you have any specific questions after I go through everything today, feel free to reach out to support, and we'll be happy to help you. But what I'm going to be covering today is part one of the website manager. I break this into two parts because there is a lot to cover. Just like the client manager, there's a lot of little details in each of these. So I'm going to try and break it up so that it's not overwhelming, and you can go through and test it out and see all the features that are in here. So obviously on your dashboard, most of you probably have already been here, but if you've not, you basically want to just go into the website manager, which is selected right here. When you go into this, you're going to see a couple different things. You'll probably have a whole bunch of lead capture pages that our team has already created for you. I only have one here. This is just a test account that we use. So you'll see the whole bunch of the lead capture pages that we have created. I forgot to tell you, I apologize. We're getting construction done on the roof of our building, so you hear that in the background. I apologize for that. So you're going to see a whole bunch in here, but I'm going to go in and just show you how to create lead capture pages from the start and go through the edit process. One, to show you the features, and two, to show you how easy it really is for you to do. So this is the main screen here. And obviously, again, this is one that's already pre-built, but I'm going to go through and we're going to create a brand new one just for this tutorial, so I can show you how everything works if you want to create a lead capture page. So you click on this little option, and you'll see got create new website. This other one, list website, brings you right back to this page, and delete page is just on this one here. You know what, if somebody can just make sure that you can hear me okay. If somebody can just say in the chat that you can hear me okay. It seemed like my audio cut out. I just want to make sure that we're okay with the audio. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Rob. Okay. So what we're going to do is just going to create a new website. Click on this, and it's going to ask us to pick a default template. Now, these are a whole bunch of different default templates that you can use. The layouts are going to give you these screenshots of these layouts. You can see we have quite a few in here. The most common ones are the 7 critical questions, the 2-step buyer, for home buyers only, buyers, dress grabber, guess home value, rent versus sell. I mean, all of these are pretty popular, depending on what kind of lead capture page you want to create, whether you're creating a seller or you're creating a buyer. There's also one down here for a design your own. This just gives you a basic blank template, and you can customize pretty much everything on that. So as I go through some of these features, you'll feel more comfortable in things that you want to customize and create on your own. And this last one here is a listing template. Now, I'm going to have a separate tutorial on how to do a listing because this is a little bit different with the IDX, but I'm going to, save that one for after we're done our basic training here. So I'm just going to basically create a 2-step buyer lead capture page. And so what I'm going to do is just come in here. It's going to tell me to name it. I'm just going to do a test page for today, 8/19/2025, just so I know that it's created. And then it's going to create a website. So you click on that, it's going to bring you to an on-page editor. And basically, this is just setting up some basics of, the lead capture page. You can customize everything that's on here. It just does some default text and layout, form fields. All of that is just by default. So all of this area, the text here, the form fields that they fill out, the button, all of that information is customizable. Now, one thing you might notice off of the start, it says error right here for the site domain. That's because it's incorporated with a Google CAPTCHA on the site. And because this is not a live site, we're on an on-page editor, it's saying that it doesn't match, which is perfectly okay. And I'm just going to briefly show you, if I click preview on this, it's going to open up a lead capture page. This is actually the live website, and you'll see the CAPTCHA works just fine. That's because it tests to make sure that it is a live site and that everything matches up. Because we're on the actual on-page editor, it's not really a live site. So that's why it's just showing that. So don't let that alarm you. It's perfectly normal. At the very top here, we have these blue buttons across the top. Options is going to give you all of the options that are available. And this is pretty much what we're going to be going over today. So if you click on that, it's going to bring out a side menu to give you all of these options, but I'm going to go quickly through the other areas as well. Colors is going to give you different options for your colors, the background color, the body background color, which is this back here, the text form color, which is this here, submit button text color, that's this free list of homes text color, and the actual submit button color, which is this orange here. So they're all customizable, so you can change those. The text, we're going to go through that as well. Header text, that's going to be the text that's at the top here. Subheader text, it's going to be anything that's underneath of here. And the body text, you can add a body text to this as well. Right now, it only looks like it has a subheader text on there, but we can add that if we need to. Thank you text. This is going to be the text that appears on the lead capture page after the client engages on your lead capture page. Forms, this is going to, again, go through everything that you can customize on the form. The form headers, again, which is up here. The form fields, you can add form fields to this. Form fields on page 2. Drop-down menu forms and submit text on this. So all of these areas, you can add form fields to this. You can add different buttons to this. So all of this whole form is able to be customized as well. And the last thing is going to be the statistics of the page. It's going to tell you how many people have clicked on this lead capture page. It's going to tell you how many people have completed the form and engaged on this lead capture page and how many leads were generated. So it gives you some basic stats. Again, we're going to go over these in detail during our training, but I just wanted to give you an overview of the options in the buttons. So for today, we're just going to go through the options section and just show you what the differences are. Template design is going to be very similar to what you saw when we picked the lead capture page to create with. If you click on template design, it's going to bring up all of those ones again, and you can just change this easily. If you wanted to change it to another lead capture page, you would just basically click on it and it'll change it. It'll update that and you'll see it changes the lead capture page. So that's how you would change a template design on this. We're actually going to go back to the one we were working with and put it back. So if you had a lead capture page and you wanted to change the complete design or take a look at another design, you could just simply click on the template design and it'll update that to update the current lead capture page to that new design. This next one here, you'll see its website inactive. It's inactive because we just started it and we haven't created and modified and customized it yet. But if we were ready and this is ready to go live and we wanted to use it, it says it's not activated. We would just click on this and hit save, and it'll activate the site. And now you'll see it says website active. So what that basically means is that it's showing you which ones are currently in use on your system. So if you have a deactivated one, it's just currently not being used, not integrated with your marketing or your social media pages. So all of that information is from the website active and website inactive. So if you had a lead capture page, like let's say our team was working on one, we would deactivate it temporarily, make our changes, and then reactivate it. So that's how we utilize that. So once you're done with the lead capture page, you just want to make sure that it is activated. Previously, we went over the email and text campaign system, and we talked about how they're assigned to each of the lead capture pages in your account. And this is where that gets done. If you click on email and text system, email and text campaigns, you'll see it comes up with a option here. We have two options. We can assign the email campaign and we can assign the text campaign. So by default, it automatically gets assigned to a four-step home buyer text campaign. So if you just created it and you do not put a campaign to it, by default, it's already got one assigned to it so that you are good to go. But if you wanted to customize this lead capture page and put a specific campaign to this other than the four-step home buyer, you just click on the drop-down menu. You'll see all of your email campaigns in here. You can choose any of these on here. Last week we created a test campaign, if you remember, and you see that's listed here. So you can come in and just click on buyer prospect campaign. And the same thing with the text campaign. You can choose a specific text campaign on here, buyer text campaign system, and then hit save. Now this lead capture page has those two campaigns assigned to them. You'll see if you come in here, you're now on the buyer prospect campaign, and this one's on the buyer text campaign. Again, you can come in and change it. If I want to go back to the four-step home buyer, just click on it, hit save, and now you have that campaign system. One thing I do want to make clear is we get this question often is that if somebody signs up on this lead capture page today or signed up on it yesterday and it had the four-step home buyer and you came in and you changed it to the buyer prospect campaign today, it doesn't change anybody's campaign that previously signed up. It just means that whoever is coming on your lead capture page from this point on is now going to get the other campaign assigned to it. So again, it doesn't change anything for the clients, doesn't change your clients' email campaigns or anything like that. It just means that everybody that comes into this lead capture page from now forward is going to have this campaign assigned to it. So we do get asked that if I change the campaign on the lead capture page, does that change everybody who came through? It does not modify any client's current campaigns or current campaign messages. Okay, so we're going to go back to the website name. When we created this page, we put in this website name. Now, this can be anything that you would like it to be. Typically, our team will make a website name that is SEO responsive. We'll make sure that it includes specific search terms. your area, the market area that it's working with, the city possibly, or the county, whatever it may be, the type of lead capture page. So if we're looking for 3-bedroom homes or first-time home buyers, it's going to include some names in the website name. And again, this is SEO, modified. So if our team has modified your names or you see the lead capture page names on there, I wouldn't recommend changing them without consulting with us first, just to make sure that it is SEO compliant. But that's typically what we do when we do a name. We want to make sure that it's targeted for the lead capture page that we're going to be working with on the marketing ads. But if you wanted to come in and change this name, you do whatever you want. I mean, you can put any page name that's on here. But again, the website name is SEO compliant. So just make sure that it's something related to the lead capture page and the marketing that you're working with. Okay, so now a shortened URL. Shortened URL is a custom way. It's a custom way to modify the lead capture page name. So if you wanted to put something customized on here, you could do that. It creates the default domain name for the lead capture page. So our default lead capture page domain name for this one is homestobylist.com. As you can see above, this is the actual lead capture page website address. It's got all this technical stuff in it. That's the actual lead capture page website address. Most won't see this because it's kind of behind the scenes type of thing. But if you had a lead capture page where you were doing some print marketing and you wanted it targeted with your information on it, what you can do is you can put on here, again, I'm just going to do Brandon's test campaign. Okay, now what that's going to do is it's just going to create a homestobylist.com and then / and then if people type in Brandon test campaign, they're going to be brought to this lead capture page, and I'll show you how that works real quick. So I just created it. I'm going to come back into the shortened URL. Now you see it's got this shortened URL. So now if you have print material, and this is really only going to be used for if you're using print material, or you're marketing something on your social media or whatever it may be, and you want it to be what's called a vanity. This is considered what's called a vanity domain, where you want it specifically to say something. You would put this, so you can put this, copy this link and paste it anywhere you want. Or if you wanted, if you had a postcard you're mailing out or a flyer you're mailing out, you could customize it a little bit so that it matches your marketing or what you're trying to target. So this is a cool way for you to customize it a little bit, just so it's easier for people to recognize, easier for people to type in, rather than that whole technical website address that you saw listed there. The one thing is that it cannot create anything that has already been created. So unfortunately, when we first started, a lot of people took a lot of the short URLs that are the most common. So you're going to have to come up, you might have to come up with something a little bit more creative or that's targeted for you or specifically for you. So if it does come up with something and says that this shortened URL is already in use, you're just going to have to modify it a little bit. Similar to if you were going to GoDaddy and trying to buy a domain that somebody already owns, you're not able to do it. So you want to make sure that it's something a little bit more customized just for you. So again, it's a shortened URL, not necessary to use, if you don't want to, but if you want to create something, specific for marketing that you want to, have something a little bit easier to type in than the other long one, that's what you can do. Now I'm going to delete this because I'm going to show you one more thing really with the shortened URL, with the website URL, I'm sorry. The website URL, if you have a domain name that you purchase, I just talked about GoDaddy. If you have a specific domain name that you purchase with GoDaddy or anybody else, whoever it may be, and you want to forward that domain name to this lead capture page. So I want to, anybody types in the domain name that you purchased on GoDaddy, you want them to automatically come to this lead capture page. This is the website address that you're going to give to GoDaddy. Okay. So you're going to want to, they do what's called a forward URL. And I apologize if you're not familiar with this, but for those that are, if you're doing a forward URL, this is the website that you would forward it to. And what that means is that whenever somebody types in the domain name that you have purchased on GoDaddy, they're automatically going to be forwarded to this lead capture page website. So this is the website address that you would give to GoDaddy. I'll call this the technical one for all intents and purposes. So that's how you work with a domain name that you already own that you want to forward to this. And again, then you can also use that for any print material or any advertising. You can put the domain name that you have purchased, and then whenever anybody puts that into their website address, they're automatically going to be taken to this lead capture page. Okay, the next option is the background image. So the background, I'm going to close this menu just so you can see it. Everybody can see the young couple on the back. That's the background image. So there's a couple different things with the background image you can do. You'll see when you click on that, you can come up here and you can change this background image. If you want to change it and you have a file on your computer that you want to change it to, you're just going to choose file. And we can do choose anything on here. I'm just going to pick. Now we have a whole bunch of stock images on our system. You may not have this many. This is just what we have locally. So you can just choose a picture and hit save, and you'll see that it'll automatically update. You'll see it's got a new image on the background. Okay, so again, if you have a background image that you want to change it to, you'll come into options and go into background image and select your file. Word of caution with the file, make sure it's a good quality image. Ones that are too small are going to look very distorted and blurry on larger screen size on desktops. So if you're doing it on your mobile phone and you have an image on your mobile phone, just make sure it's a good quality. I would recommend checking it on a laptop or a tablet where it's a little bit larger, so that you can make sure that it is of good quality. Most people now on their desktop computers have very large screens. So you want to make sure that it looks good across all screens, and that the quality of the image is good. What size image is a good size image? Anything above about 400 kilobyte file size is typically a good image size that'll look good across all platforms. Anything that's under that, it could start to look pixelated or blurry, and obviously you don't want to have too blurry of an image. If you screw it all up and you want to restore the default image back to what it started with, you'll see down here we have a restore default. You just click on that and it'll put back the original image that we had on here. Okay, so that'll bring it right back to the default. So if you put on an image that is not good quality and you look at it and you're like, oh boy, I screwed that up. How do I get it back? Just scroll down, you'll see the restore default on here, and that'll bring it right back to how it started when you created the lead capture page. You also have the option to do a delete image. That'll take the image in the background out altogether. I'll show you that. Just make it go away and you'll just see it's got a blank background color. And this color is customizable from the background colors option over here. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we will be able to change that color. So if you did not want an image in the background and you just want it to be a colored website, you can have that too, just by removing the image. But we like to have a background image. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to choose the image, and I think I chose that one and hit save. Okay, so that changes the background image on the lead capture page. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do. And again, don't be afraid to mess it up. You can restore it back pretty quickly. And again, if you're creating these lead capture pages and testing them out, they're not ones that we're using in the marketing. So feel free to play around with it. You can't really screw it up. And if you do, just delete it and start over. Social media ad setup. So this is when you're ready to market this lead capture page across all your social media platforms in Client Creator. You click on this, it'll have some default text for some lead capture page marketing that we have in our system. So depending on the type of lead capture page that this is, you can use one of our pre-default ads that are in the system. Let's say it's a 3-bedroom home. You can create that here. If you just put it on here, it's got some sample ad. Let's just do test market area. Okay, we're going to put the market area and it's going to put that information on here. So we have an ad set up. And we're going to break this down. The ad setup is going to be this. The link of the lead capture page, you'll see that that's the website URL. You don't want to change that. Again, this is kind of a behind the scenes type of thing. So you'll want to leave the website link alone. Even if you have a domain name that you're using, we talked about the forwarding domain name. You don't want to change this here. You want to keep this exactly as it is. Because again, this just sits in the background for the social media post. So when they click on the ad, it takes them to the lead capture page. Has some default text on here that we put in here. This can change. You can put whatever you want in the status of body message. And this is just going to be what's showing on the social media post. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Facebook. This is what appears above the image in the body of the message. The display image, again, this is a default image that we have with the 3-bedroom homes. It's got the little graphic on here, so it is a little bit different, a little bit more eye-catching. Again, if you want to change this or you have an image that you want to use, just click on it and you can click on another image and use that image as well. But again, by default, this is the image that's going to be displayed on it. The title, which comes right below the lead capture page, below the picture in the social media post, is listed right here. So you can change that to whatever you would like. A description, same thing. You can put that on here. So if you ever seen the layouts on the Facebook, they'll have the image and then right underneath of it, they'll have some title text and then a brief description of the ad. That's how this is going to show up. And then if you want to put any hashtags attached to this, you can put them on here. And once you're ready to do that, you'll hit save. It'll save the ad, and then you'll be ready to post this lead capture page. So all you'll have to do at that point is take this link and paste it into your social media account, into the message of your social media account, and it'll pull all this information automatically in for you. We do have a social media poster in Client Creator. It's right on the homepage. I will be going over that as well, but that might make it real easy for you to use. That way you can just put this information right into that social media poster, and then it'll post to all the social media accounts that you have integrated with your Client Creator account. So it can immediately send the post to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, so that is the social media account option. Instant file download. Instant file download is what you want to have a client download or you want to give them after they have engaged in a lead capture page. So this could be used for if you have a pre-listing material that you want to give to them for any sellers, or if you have a home for sale that you want to advertise that you want them to see after they download it, or any information. Maybe it's information about your real estate business and a little bit about you, just to send them. If you have that, if you have a PDF or something that you want to upload, you would choose that here, just like the other. You would just choose the PDF or whatever you want to put on there. And attach that. So what happens here is that people will come to your lead capture page. I'm going to close this out just so you can see. So they're going to fill out the name, email address, cell phone, and click on the button. And then after they engage on this, they're automatically going to be taken to download this material, or they're going to have this material downloaded for them. So it just gives you a way to supply the client with some information. So if you have a lead capture page that you're you're targeting or you're marketing something specific. Maybe you have a bunch of homes for sale in a specific market area that you want to, you have a flyer on, or maybe you have an open house coming up, whatever it may be, you can attach that to the instant file download, and it'll automatically download that file as soon as they engage on the lead capture page. So it's kind of an incentive for them to complete to complete the engagement on the lead capture page. Very similar to the instant file download is the website redirect. So if you wanted to take them somewhere after the lead capture page, or after they engage on the lead capture page, maybe you have a website that has information on it that you want them to see, you would just paste that website address in here. You'll put that in here. Everything should start with HTTPS. You want to make sure that everything is secure, but you would paste that website address in here. So then what happens here is if I put that in here, I'm going to put clientcreator.com. So what happens here is that when people now engage on the lead capture page, after they're done, they're automatically going to be taken to this website. This lead capture page would then lead them to clientcreator.com's homepage. So if you have a website, if you have a list of homes for sale that you want to show them, or maybe you have information again on your business, on your company, you can put that information, that link here, and then as soon as they're done engaging, it will automatically take them to this website. Again, these are all options. You don't have to use any of them. If you don't put any information in here, they'll just get the thank you page, and then you'll get a notification. So these are just ways that you can customize all of these lead capture pages. The next couple of areas here are going to be a little bit more for on the advanced side, but I am going to just cover them just to finalize this first training session. I know we're running on about a half hour now. Header scripts are scripts that you can put into your lead capture pages. For example, some pixel codes or some Google Analytical codes can go into here. Some people have, information that they want to track, whether it be from Facebook, maybe they want to have their own tracking system where there's a scripting code that goes in here that you want to add to your lead capture page. And again, this is going to be advanced, but this would be where you would enter the code or any type of information that you want to put into this section. It is a JavaScript or header code. If you're not familiar with that is, you might want to find out, but it should be scripted code. The one thing I can tell you is that make sure that it is correctly done, because if you don't have it documented and entered in here correctly, it can make your website pop up an error. So you definitely don't want that. So if you do have a code and you're not 100% familiar with how to put it in here, or you have a pixel code that you want to use or a Google Analytics code and you're not familiar, send it to us. So we'll make sure that the code's good. We'll make sure that it's active and that it's formatted properly, and then we will put it in there for you. And the only reason I say that is this is not really a test around type of area for active pages, only because if it's not right, even if it's missing one little thing, the website data is pretty sensitive. It can make it come up with a website not available or an error message. So this is where you would put header scripts if you're familiar with them. If you have Google Analytics code, or like I said, a Facebook pixel code, or even maybe an Instagram pixel code, you can put in here as well. But this is where the scripting would come into play. The next option is the disclaimer. Disclaimers are used pretty often for certain realtor boards or brokerages that make sure that we're following guidelines. If a lead capture page or your information has to be on all of the lead capture pages to make sure you're compliant with your advertising, this is where we would put that. And the disclaimer is just that. I'm sure everybody's familiar with what a disclaimer is, but it would be appearing on all of your lead capture pages. at the very bottom of the page. So if you have a disclaimer, or if you have to have certain information that we already don't have on here, we will put that in the disclaimer section, or you can put that in the disclaimer section, and it will be appearing on all of your lead capture pages. So again, the disclaimer is pretty cut and dry, but this is where you would add that if needed. Typically, because we're putting this information on your social media marketing pages already, and that's where they're clicking on the ads, and even on Google, it's attached to your account that is created. Typically, that pretty much covers all of the disclaimers, because they know that it is a real estate agent doing the marketing. But if you need to have a specific disclaimer, we can add that in for you. And the last one is delete the page. So if you played around with all of this and you wanted to delete it, you can just go in and delete the page. It'll bring you to the delete section, and you would just delete it directly from here. One thing I can tell you is that if it's deleted, it does not come back. We can't bring it back. We can't change anything. So make sure that if you do delete it, you know that it's not coming back, and that you're comfortable with that. And then you would just basically hit the delete button. So that's going to cover the options for a lead capture page. And again, I want to just say this again in case you missed it. Our team does all of this for you. So if there's any features that you saw on here that you would want to use in your Client Creator account, and you're not totally familiar with them, or you're not comfortable doing some of these things, no problem. Just send it to us. Say, hey, listen, I saw Brandon. He did a website redirect, and I would like to use this, and I would like to send it, or whatever it may be. Just let them know, and they'll be able to take care of it for you. That's why we are here. But I go over these things just so you know what the features are. For people that are a little more tech savvy and comfortable and want to play around with it, by all means, go ahead. I mean, you can create a brand new lead capture page. You can't screw it up. Like I said, the worst comes around, you just delete it and start over. Don't modify and delete or modify any ones that we've already created. That would definitely cause an issue, especially if we have marketing going on for them. So just create your own new ones. You can choose any template you want. You can go through them all, play around with it, see which ones you like. And again, have fun with it. I mean, there's so many features, so many cool things that can be done with it, that it's pretty remarkable when you can lay out a page and have it look and design it the way that you want it. So and if you really get it all set up and you want to use it in your marketing, and you want us to use it in your marketing, we're okay with that too. So just send us that, say, hey, I created this lead capture page. Take a look. I'd like to incorporate some marketing on it, and our team will be able to definitely get that done for you. Okay, I think it's going to be it for today. Next week, I'm probably going to just cover some of these other things, the form fields, the colors, and how to do all of that. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to go through it all just so you know all of the options and everything that is in here. But if you have questions, or if I apologize, I'm the only one on today. Typically doesn't happen, but just send us our email to support@clientcreator.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions or to cover anything that's on here. Quick refresher: if you missed any previous videos or Zoom calls, again, in the video library, you'll see the Zoom section here. It will have all of the previous Zoom meetings. Shortly after this one's over, today's will be listed here as well. So don't hesitate to just get a refresher if you need to. I know there's a lot of information that I cover at certain times. So that's why we record everything and put it in there, so you're going to have it available to you. All right, everybody, I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and have a great week.
Hey, Brandon.